Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Christmas in November, where we've been getting together on the 25th of every month since January to bring you either some projects or trying to get ahead on maybe our Christmas cards or little stocking stuffers, so that we wouldn't be too far behind for this Christmas. I still feel behind, but anyway, at least I did I'm a little bit further ahead than I was, I guess, last year at this time. But today, I wanted to bring you my plans for my December documented, because as most of you know, I do a generic. I have a generic December album that I've been adding to every year, that I started quite a few years ago, and I even go back into some childhood memories, current memories, but then the stories that repeat every year, I don't repeat in the album. Because every time I try to do a dedicated album for a particular year, either I really just didn't feel like there was enough going on, or I was working a lot. I do tend to work a lot through December, and I was never able to complete it. But this year is definitely a very different year. It's been a very different year since March 13th, and it is going to be a very different Christmas. We were on lockdown here from the 13th of March to the 5th of July. We never really fully opened. It was relaxed somewhat through the summer, but mainly gatherings outdoors. I think it was August before we could have a few people indoors, and that was still very few. We've had mandatory masks indoors here since mid-July. And on the 1st of October, we pretty much went back into lockdown. Lockdown will be relaxed for the 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th of December, where we will be allowed to have gatherings of up to 10 people twice in those 4 days. Not all 4 days, twice in those 4 days, respecting the distances, wearing masks around the elderly and toddlers, and therefore eating far apart. I'm not quite sure how we're going to manage this. Anyway, we'll hopefully figure it out. In exchange for a quarantine, basically a week before and a week after. Anyway, long story short, very different Christmas, very different leading up to it. So I've decided this year, as I did a COVID album, I've decided to do a dedicated December album. So before I forget, please make sure you pop on down below and see what everybody else has to show you today. We've got some cards, we've got some layouts, we've got all sorts of things. I'm going to do mine in a 6x8 album, and here is my first page, which you just saw a couple of hours ago. It's my off the board for November, so you saw that just a few hours ago. And then for this month's stretch, the sketch, which was on Sunday the 15th, and I will put that video, I'll put a card here with that video so that you can go back and see it. And this is where the whole idea came from. It was a little bit of a challenge in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, Christie's challenge, where we were to use a quote on a project. I'll be home for Christmas, and the idea all came from there. My little tiny Christmas tree and a mask. So I will put that video up there. Now, I'm not sure whether I will continue everything in the 6x8 or whether I will do some pocket pages. I have page protectors for both. We shall see. So I just wanted to show you today what I've selected. Now, I've already shown you my haul for this year, and I will put that up here as well, which was some cocoa vanilla, the new cocoa vanilla for Christmas, which is Magic Moments. What is it now? Here it is. What is it called? Merry and Bright. Nowhere close to Magic Moments. Merry and Bright. And also the Winter Memories from Photoplay. I did a haul from Scrapbook Your Joy. I did a haul for that on my channel just last week, and I will have that popped up here as well. So I just wanted to take a few moments to show you what else I have. My advent calendar from Redefine Creative has not arrived yet. It's scheduled, I think Christina said she was going to be sending them out this week so that we have them obviously for the 1st of December. And then the other thing I want to add to this is the Tracy Reed Christmas printables. So I will come back and show you that. And I think they are being released on Friday. But I went into my stash and I just got some papers. A lot of this is the Chamel Christmas Magic. Some simple stories, a little bit of Stampin' Up. Some of this is very old. Some of this is just a couple of years. I think this might be 2 years or maybe 3 years. This is very, very old. I don't know how long I've had that in my stash. This is the Chamel, of course, Christmas Magic. This is a lovely cut apart. Which I'm going to cut apart and put into my little bowl, so I'll keep that out. This also very, very, very old and a lovely cut apart. This is a number cut apart. I'm going to cut it apart, but I might fussy cut some of the items. I might just use the trees from here. We'll see what I do with this because I don't really intend on doing it daily, and I probably won't necessarily be using numbers. I'm sorry if this is a little bit dark. There's just no other way of doing it. I leave for work. Oh, excuse me. I leave for work in the dark and I come home in the dark on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I was giving, I was waiting for, what was I waiting? I was waiting for some of my printer ink so that I could get some of the Nicole Jones printables printed to show you today. So this is from SEI. Now I think this, I don't know. This goes back many, many, many years. And this I got in a lovely grab bag or a warehouse box from Christina, and it's Moda Scrap. And I have the whole collection in a lovely, lovely blue, some houses that could be fussy cut. These presents and Santas that could be punched out. Because I'm going to be doing, of course, some 12 by 12 layouts in the generic album as well. So those are the papers that I have. And then, of course, some little scraps. And then I went in, and as I mentioned in my video last Friday, I went to get some of the Cocoa Vanilla Daydream. I still had the wood grain papers, and then I used this cut apart because I thought, you know, these are a few of my favorite things. Good Times, this lovely little journaling spot I could definitely use. This Stories. I got the Daydream Words because many of those could be used as well. Our Happy Place, Lucky, The Good Life, Home Sweet Home because we'll be staying home, Family, Together, Little Moments. So these are all things that I think can be used in a December daily. These lovely, lovely gnome stickers that I got from my lovely friend Karina in Sweden from Pandoro, I think. A bunch of 6 by 6 papers from Stampin' Up, and what I still have left of the Chamel Christmas Magic. So I'll be able to use that, of course, as well. Some specialty paper. Then I have here some journaling cards that I need to cut up and add to my bowl. So I'll put those in here as well. These are the Photoplay. Now this, the Merry and Bright, the ephemera, you're going to see I put in my little bowl, but I kept the backing here so that I could refer to it. Some Simple Stories stickers. A Chamel Christmas Magic stickers that I still have. Believe this was from a Scrapbook and Cards Today sampler. some silver glittery little alphas or smaller alphas. These are the bigger pieces from the Chamel. I'm not sure, actually. These, I think I will either cut them apart and use them in little bits, or they will have to find a new home after this year. They certainly won't be used in the size that they are. And then these are from the Heart and Home. If you recall, last Friday I said, you know what, I'm going to add most of the Heart and Home collection that I got from Scrapbook Your Joy, and that I did a couple of layouts. One for the hop that I did last Friday. I'll put that up here so that you can also see that collection, because I won't go through it in detail. I have already shown it. This is also from Cocoa Vanilla Daydream that I have. Then the Winter Memories, which you've seen. This is the other photo play collection that I added. So that is sort of all of the larger bits. And then to make it easy on myself, basically what I did is I took this old veg and dip bowl. It's an old Tupperware bowl. I don't know where it comes from. And I put my ephemera pieces here easy. This is the entire Merry and Bright. All the ephemera from the Cocoa Vanilla Merry and Bright, together with the flare. This here is all the ephemera from the Winter Memories, the new photo play collection that I received, and I'm going to go through the Heart and Home and add that to this. The majority of this side here is ephemera from the Chamel Christmas Magic, some of the tags that I did from the cut-apart sheet, and a few little bits and pieces that I'm not quite sure maybe where they come from, a little doily, some fun craft tags. This is definitely from Simple Stories. Then I have here, these are bits from last year's and the year before, the Redefined Creative Advent Calendar, bits that I did not use that I still have left over, a little bit, some wood veneer this here that I got from my lovely friend Giselle. But these are all, other than that, from the Advent Calendar. This beautiful piece, which I think I might find a way to decorate the front of my album. So you can see this year I'm working in the sort of more reds and navies, the color palette from the two photo play collections, which match the Chamel collection quite well. And then the paler blue in these two collections fit perfectly with the Cocoa Vanilla collection. So I think I have a good, and I don't mind mixing my color combos and my collections as long as everything sort of goes together. And this I think I will put on the cover. Then I went in and I got some Nicole Jones 911 printables in more traditional. These are the peppermints in the 1.5, 1 1/4, and 1 inch circles in green, in turquoise, which will match some of the Cocoa Vanilla collection, as well as some of the photo play. The Christmas red, which will match the photo play, as well as the Chamel Christmas Magic, and then the sort of darker turquoise or more of a teal color, which will match the Cocoa Vanilla. So I got those 4 sheets. I'm going to cut those apart and probably add them here to my miscellaneous. I have a little bit of washi in here, and this is a lovely sequin mix that was part of the Advent calendar from last year, which I haven't used. And that reminds me, I've not gone to get like sequins and Nouveau drops and that kind of thing to add to the kit. I will definitely still be going into my stash. Then I have last year's, the December 2019 Redefined Creative, the Creative Cuts Club. So I have lots of lovely cut files here and beautiful bits and pieces. These lovely felt trees. These are gorgeous, these lovely felt trees. which all these I'm definitely, oh, and it's sort of done as trim. But you know what? I think I could cut that apart and use, and some lovely day here. Stay Cozy, which is going to be pretty perfect for this year. Pom Pom, another sequin mix, and some lovely cut files, a beautiful hot chocolate, snowflakes, beautiful pine leaves, or coniferous anyway. I don't know that they're pine leaves. What's this now? Music note. Is that a music note? I think it's a music note. I'm not sure. Have these. These lovely. Now this, you see, I really want to do because I saw Christy. I know Christy is working on this, and she showed me a little bit of what she did with this cut file, so I definitely want to use that. This one, I think this one, the beautiful florals and geometric, this begs to be maybe cut apart and used in smaller pieces. And then gorgeous stars. And I have here currently. Oh, and then one more thing. Sorry about that. Let me go get one more little basket that I have, which also has all sorts of little bits and pieces. These are smaller cut files from previous advent calendars. These fun little puffy stickers from Stampin' Up. Some more little stickers. And then in here there are a lot of little bits and pieces, journaling cards, a whole little pack here of journaling cards that I have, 3x4s, 4x6s that I had already cut apart. And some of these that were in in the advent calendar, some that I cut apart. 4x6s, so they're all going to come in handy. And some of the bags that I did not use from the previous advent calendar. So, woof, if you stuck with me that long. So, there you go. So, this year, I will be doing a dedicated album. How? Tell me down in the comments below. How are you recording your holidays this year? And wherever you are, what are the circumstances? Are you open? Are you on lockdown? Do you know what you will be permitted to do? Will you be able to have gatherings? What's going on in your neck of the woods, in your area of the world? And how do you think you're going to be documenting your December? I would love, love, love to hear about it. I'm going to try and come back as often as I can, showing you my pages, showing you as I go along. I would think most of what I do in December is going to be Christmas in December. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. And again, don't forget to go down below and see what all my lovely friends are up to today. See you soon. See you soon. Oh my goodness me, I can speak. See you soon, my friends. Thank you. Bye.